Hey folks, you ever just sit there after a long day of emails, traffic, HOA rules, and some pencil pusher telling you what you can and can't do with your own property, and think, man, there's got to be a better way? Well, stick with me for a few minutes, because I'm about to make the case that the absolute best lifestyle upgrade on the planet isn't a bigger truck or a cabin in Montana. It's waking up as a raccoon. I'm talking full-on, black-masked, ring-tailed, trash panda glory. Once you hear the facts, you're going to start looking at those little bandits in a whole new light. First off, let's talk about the look. You get the classic bandit mask. That black stripe across the eyes isn't just for show. Scientists think it actually helps cut glare for better night vision. Instant outlaw energy. You look like you just walked out of a spaghetti western and nobody's going to mess with you. No more worrying about professional appearance or dress codes. You roll up looking like trouble, and the world just accepts it. Pure American swagger. But the real superpower starts with those front paws. Raccoons have 5 long, finger-like toes on each front foot, and the nerve endings in those little hands are off the charts. We're talking a sense of touch so sensitive that they can basically see with their hands. Some research puts the sensory receptors way higher than what humans have in our fingertips. They can feel the difference between textures, shapes, temperatures, you name it, especially when their paws get wet. That's why they dunk food in water. It's not some cute hygiene ritual. They're cranking up the sensitivity so they can get a better read on whatever they're holding. Dry food? Wet it. Complicated shell? Feel it out. Jar lid? Crack it open. Doorknob? Turn it. Latch on a trash can? History. Toronto once spent $24 million trying to design raccoon-proof bins. The raccoons cracked them. That's not a pest problem. That's a flex. And those paws aren't just clever toys. They're tools for pure freedom. A raccoon can climb a tree like it's nothing, then rotate its hind feet almost 180 degrees and climb back down headfirst. Most mammals can't do that. You get stuck up a tree as a human, and you're calling the fire department. As a raccoon, you just stroll down like it's a ladder. They swim for hours if they feel like it. Top speed on land is around 15 miles an hour in short bursts, not winning any NASCAR races, but more than enough to get away from whatever's hassling you. Fall 35 or 40 feet. They shrug it off. You become the ultimate all-terrain vehicle with built-in climbing gear and no monthly payments. Hey everyone. I hope you enjoy this video and find it entertaining. If you'd like to see more content like this, check out my YouTube channel. Now the brain. This is where it gets serious. Raccoons pack a ridiculous number of neurons into a relatively small skull, density that puts them closer to primates than to your average dog or cat. Classic studies going back to 1908 show they could open 11 out of 13 complex locks, sometimes in under 10 tries, and then do it again even when the locks were flipped upside down. They don't just memorize the motion, they seem to grasp the principle. Later research proved they can remember the solution to a problem for at least 3 years. 3 years. Some of them keep working puzzle boxes even after they've already eaten the treat, just because figuring stuff out is fun. One study had them dropping stones into a tube of water to raise a marshmallow, classic Aesop's fable test. A couple figured it out. One said screw that and just tipped the whole tube over. Innovative little anarchists. That intelligence plus those hands means you live by your wits. No corporate ladder. No performance reviews. No equity training that wastes half your morning. You see a problem, you solve it. Period. Need food? You figure it out. Locked container? You open it. New environment? You adapt. City raccoons in particular get sharper because humans keep throwing obstacles at them. The harder we try to stop them, the smarter they get. That's not a bug, that's the feature of a species that refuses to be managed. Let's talk about the menu, because this part alone is worth the transformation. Raccoons are true omnivores. Roughly 40% invertebrates, 33% plants, 27% vertebrates, and whatever else is available. Crayfish, frogs, bird eggs, berries, acorns, corn, watermelon, the occasional mouse, and yes, your leftover pizza if you leave the lid loose. No dietary dogma. No lectures about sustainable this or ethical that. If it's edible and you can get your paws on it, it's dinner. In the wild, they forage along streams and woods. In the suburbs, they treat every unsecured trash can like a buffet. They don't wait for a government program to deliver groceries. They go get what's theirs. Self-reliance in its purest form. And the lifestyle. Nocturnal by nature, so you own the night. While most of the world is asleep, you're out living. You dens up in a hollow tree, an abandoned building, or under somebody's porch, no mortgage, no property taxes, no board breathing down your neck about the color of your shutters. In winter, you don't fully hibernate, but you can hole up for days or weeks living off the fat you packed on during the good times. You plan ahead when it matters and live free the rest of the year. Family life is no joke either. Mothers stick with their kids for months, sometimes up to 9, teaching them the ropes. Observational learning is strong. The young ones watch mom open a latch, then try variations until they get it. No government daycare. No, it takes a village nonsense. Just a parent who knows the world is hard and makes damn sure her kids can handle it. Now fair is fair. Life as a raccoon isn't all sunshine and free pizza. Average wild lifespan is only a couple of years, sometimes stretching to 5 if you're lucky and careful. Cars, coyotes, disease, and the occasional determined homeowner take their toll. Captivity can push them past 20, but that's not the real deal. The real deal is the short, sharp, free life. And honestly, a lot of us would take 5 hard, independent years over 50 years of meetings, regulations, and people telling us how to think. So here's the reflection, and I'm going to keep it straight. We live in a country that was built by people who valued exactly the things raccoons still live every single night. Independence, ingenuity, the willingness to work with what you've got, and a refusal to wait for permission. Somewhere along the way, a lot of folks decided that freedom was too messy, too unequal, too problematic. They built systems that promise safety and fairness and end up delivering paperwork, dependency, and 1,000 little rules about how you're allowed to live on your own land. Raccoons never signed that contract. They still operate on the old code. Use your brain, use your hands, take responsibility for your own survival. And if somebody leaves a trash can unsecured, well, opportunity is opportunity. I'm not saying we should all start living in dumpsters. I'm saying there's something deeply genuine about an animal that looks at a locked bin, figures out the mechanism, and gets the prize without filling out a form or asking for a subsidy. That bandit mask isn't a costume. It's a reminder. Freedom isn't free, and it sure as hell isn't granted by committee. Sometimes the smartest move is to climb the tree, rotate those back feet, and come down headfirst on your own terms. So next time you see a raccoon in the headlights or hear one rattling around a backyard, don't just think pest. Think professional. Think self-employed problem solver with zero overhead and better night vision than you. And if the fantasy ever hits you hard after a particularly soul-crushing day at the office, well, at least you'll know exactly why it looks so damn good. Stay free out there. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing, leaving a like, and dropping a comment below. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more content like this, and you can find my other social media in the description below. See you in the next video.